All right, lesson 7, unit 2. I think this is the 8th page maybe in your packet. We've learned about some of these things, but it'll be a good reminder because some of you guys know how to write it, but you don't know all the words, and some of the things will be new. Measure, bar line, and double bar. So we've done definitely measure and bar line. The bar lines are the ones that divide, so you're making sure like you have the right amount of beats for measure. So y'all are used to drawing those. The space in between is the measure. You will hear some people saying bar this, bar that, and they mean measure. For now, we're just using the word measure. So, yeah. The double bar, which is the thin line and the thick line, it happens at the end of a piece of music. Excuse me. It happens at the end of the piece of music, just showing that it's finished. There are some like variations to it, just for your information. If you put dots right here, in black, of course, that's a repeat sign. If you were to make can't talk. If you were to do two thin lines, so like the length, the size of a bar line, but two of them right next to each other, that's usually showing a distinctly different section, often a longer piece of music. So the thick and the thin, that's the double bar line. The outside is always thick, the inside is always thin. Grand staff, if you draw a bar line on it, it's going to go all the way through. Double bar line is also going to go all the way through, like that. So now it's going to ask for you to do some practicing on the things that it told you about at the top. Divide the staff into 4 measures with a double bar line at the end. So think, what is a measure? How do I need to have 4 spaces between the bars? Okay, a single staff does not begin with a bar line. So you can leave this part open. We're used to drawing like the treble clef and the time signature at the beginning. That's how it usually starts. Draw a treble clef, so that will be around here. Divide the staff into 4 measures with a double bar at the end. So that's over here. I can see it on this, but that's over there. Thick line, thin line. Then it says write any whole note in each measure. Name the notes on the lines below the staff. So you go through and you divide, and it's kind of showing you where to divide. You're going to draw one note around here, one note around here, one note around here, one note around there. Therefore, your dividing lines are going to go in between each of the whole notes, which is implying 4 beats per measure. Whatever. It wants you, whatever you end up drawing here, you need to draw its letter down there. Whatever you end up drawing here in whole note, its letter there, etc., etc. Draw a bass clef, blah de blah. I did that for you. Draw a grand staff. I think I drew the bass clef for you, and I drew like a light bar line. So I kind of did that part for you. Whoops, sorry, hold on. There we go. You do need to do the double bar at the end. Let's see. Yep, double bar at the end. So don't forget that, and don't forget it should look like this. I did my notes. I think I chose this first of each one, and I'm asking you to draw one note here, one note there, one note there, and one note there. And then you're going to label them here, 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 and here. You could see in my examples, or well, my bass clef work really, that I drew the one in the first kind of measure area around here with a stem, I think it was down. Then over here, I made sure my stem was up, down, and up. And that has to do with the rules that we learned on a previous page. Let's see. That previous page right here. Those are the stem rules. So you can always flip back and look. And begin with a bar line before the, yeah. Oh, you have to draw the grand staff. It says the grand staff does have a bar line. It does bar and bracket, so don't forget that. And then I did this clef. You need to do that clef. All right, that is it for this page. Woohoo!